Hi, this is Ruben from Midnight Solutions. In this video, I am going to demonstrate how you can customize your default WordPress login and protect your website from being hacked. So as you can see, I'm going to use a test demo, and this is the demo domain that I'm going to use right here. And so I am already logged in, but let me log out so that you can see what exactly I want to show you. So we want to change this default login page of WordPress. Not the default login page, but the default login URL. You see, this default login URL is what we want to change so that you customize it to your own choice. So I have to log in, of course, once again with my credentials. And of course, for purposes of security, I will hide my login credentials. So I am now logged in. Now, you come to plugins. Of course, plugins, that's on your left corner of your navigation panel. And then you come to your right under search installed plugins. I beg your pardon. You come to the top where there's plugins. You click on add new plugin. And then you come to the right where there's search plugins. You punch in WPS hide login. It will search it automatically and present to you a list of plugins. Now, of course, there are many plugins and extensions you can use to achieve this functionality, but for purposes of this video, I am going to use WPS hide login. So I'll proceed to click on install now, and then it will become an activate button will appear. Then you click on activate. So our plugin has already been activated. So before we go to the settings of this plugin, uh, most times the disable auto updates may appear as enable auto updates, and you have to click on enable auto updates so that your plugin can get updates automatically. But in this case, it's already enabled. So I'll click on settings. Then you come down to the settings of the plugin. You see this is the default login URL, which is my domain, and then the login, and also the redirection URL, which is my domain, and the 404. Of course, 404 means the page not found. So that means if you punch in your domain /WP admin, it will give you a 404 page not found. Why? Because you have customized your URL to something of your own choice. Now, why is this important? Usually, as you may be aware or not aware, WordPress is one of the mostly widely used content management systems in the world. And because of that, many hackers and attackers exploit that fact that they can run an SQL injection through the default WordPress login, and then they can be able to make alterations to your database and gain access to your website backend. So to protect your website and avoid this, you have to come and change the default login to something of your own interest. For this demo, I'm going to use demo test. And then I personally prefer to leave the 404 as default. Why? Because this is a redirection URL. When someone tries to access the login.php page as well as the wadmin directory while not logged in, they'll get the 404 page not found as the redirection URL. So I'll leave it to the default, and then I'll click Save Changes. So upon saving the changes, I am now going to log out of my account, and then we'll try logging in with the default WordPress URL, and we'll see what happens. Then later on, we log in with the customized URL. We'll see what happens. So I now log out by clicking on Log Out. So this is the default WordPress login. As I told you earlier on, a hacker or an attacker can run an SQL injection through this login, and they can probably gain access to your WordPress database and make alterations to your database login details. So I am now, actually, I prefer to close this tab and open a new one. So we use our sample domain, then / wp admin, then enter. So you see what I just explained? Because we did change the URL from the default to our own URL of our own choice. So it is now redirecting us to a page not found. That's the 404, page not found. And for us to log in, we have to use our hidden login URL. So I'll do the domain, which is already there, and then I'll punch in our demo test URL, then I press enter. So WordPress fetches the hidden URL using the plugin that we had installed, and then it redirects the demo test customized URL, which is this. This is a customized naming that we have opted for, and then it translates it or redirects it to the WordPress default login page. So at this point, I can be able to log in with my WordPress credentials. So I am now logging in. Of course, for purposes of security, I will gray this out, and you want to see my credentials, of course. Then I click enter. As you can see, I have now been able to log into my WordPress backend. I can be able to customize my template. I can write posts. I can put pages. I can go to comment section and approve. I mean, I can do all the other admin tasks that I have been doing earlier while I logged in through my default WordPress URL. So this comes to the end of my video. If you found this very informative, please go ahead and give it a like and share it to all your friends.